All right, man. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lil Mackie Rob, aka Mito, and I hope y'all doing good, man. I'm doing pretty good, and yeah, man, we just back with another video. As far I just want to start off by saying this. I appreciate everybody who pulls up and checks out the channel. It's checks out my videos. So I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And yeah, and oh, the other thing is this microphone. Okay, I've been getting quite a few comments about this microphone and about my audio. Well, be honest with y'all, I don't know what the fuck to do, bro. Like, I don't know what to do. Sometimes it works really good, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of y'all have been saying, not a lot, but like like some of y'all have been saying that it's just it like my voice fluctuates and stuff like that, and like sometimes my voice is too high, you guys gotta turn down the video, and then sometimes my voice is too low and you guys gotta turn it up, and then it's a constant fucking battle with the goddamn volume button. So I'm just here to say I have no idea what the fuck's going on. All right, my OBS, I have my microphone volume turned all the way up, so to try to avoid that, but then I don't like keeping it all the way up because I do tend to get very loud, and the last thing I want is to absolutely decimate your fucking eardrums or your speakers and then really get y'all upset with me over it. So look, man, I'm trying. I think what the problem is when I lean back and then I come and like I lean forward, or maybe I go over here or go over here, I think it just kind of it fucks with the volume. If I think it changes, how my voice sounds. I think that's what it is, because I do tend to lean a lot. I tend to lean to the side because I do have a bad back. So sometimes sitting here can be very painful for my sciatica and stuff. So I'll constantly adjust my me sitting and stuff like that. But I'll try to do my best to stay in one position so that way it sounds the same equally. So that's what I'm gonna try to do with this video. Let me know if that's the case. If me just sitting here and just kind of sitting in one position helps with the volume, or if it doesn't, I might just have to get a new microphone, because I've had this microphone for like 7 years. So it could just be a very old microphone, and it does tend to disconnect a lot and stuff like that. So I don't know, I could just need a new microphone. So but we're broke, so we're just gonna have to hold off on that. So we're just gonna have to thug it out, but I'll do my best. But anyways, besides all that, today's video, before if you don't know who I am, Lil Mackie Rob, like I said, I make reaction content. I react to stuff on the internet, whatever I find interesting. I like video games or music, but I react to whatever, and today is gonna be no different. So I seen a video a while ago I had saved for a bit. It was called The Worst Label of All Time, and the thumbnail had the good old man, Gucci Mane, yeah, on the front, and it said the YN Factory. So I was just very intrigued because I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Gucci Mane fan. Like, I heard obviously I have a couple of like the songs and the features like on my Spotify and shit like that, but I was never really like super into like Gucci Mane like that. But I mean, the nigga make good music, I will say that. But yeah, so I totally forgot the man had a label which is called 1017, and yeah, I just don't ever really hear much from out of that label. I'll be honest, a lot of these rapper labels, they don't really be popping, you know what I mean? Like, the only real rapper labels I would say that were like that are actually popping, at least from what like I heard from a while ago, was like Dreamville, of course. I would say TDE, but TDE is so old, dude. I don't know. You can't call it. But I'll say TDE. TDE for a bit was popular back in the day, and obviously Cash Money Records, of course. But like, it seems like nowadays, at least, like a lot of these labels just don't really make too many like new artists pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's something with these rapper labels that I just feel like they're more for like a for show thing rather than like an actual, let me actually help other artists kind of thing. But either way, I digress. My boy here, UVXCX, made a video called The Worst Label of All Time. And so we're gonna react to it. Geez, I always suck at these intros. But yeah. So if you stick around, maybe you like this reaction, and if you do, leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'm gonna put the original video in the description below, so make sure y'all click that, and come back over here and show UVXCX some love. And so without further ado, let's get to it. I'm sorry if I sound congested. I'm still getting over being sick, so. Universe. Hell yeah. Dude, I'll never get over that fucking, that PlayStation, that OG PS2 startup sound, bro. It's too fire. Universe.
Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not. I promised y'all I would make a video on this.
We do not.
Let's do it. So being that I'm from the South and I'm black, it's not a shock that I grew up on Gucci Mane. You know, he was getting played at parties, family functions, the radio. I mean, Freaky Girl, Swing My Door. Come on, y'all. These songs went platinum in black households. Well, at least mine. Massive, long story short, this man is a legend in the hip hop space. I mean, do we really truly need to speak about how, well, I don't want to say great, but how we all know who Gucci Mane is? No, I don't. The Countless projects, the beef I think is low-key way more interesting than the Drake and Kendrick beef, which was the Jeezy and Gucci beef. Come on, bird, nigga. Gucci Mane is a GOAT. I would say more, but y'all are just gonna say I'm riding it without a license. So the last thing I'll say about Gucci is that he's one of my favorite rappers of all time. If they say he can't rap, you're just not listening, bro. And that's cool, I guess. All that to say though.
No, he definitely can rap. I remember when he my only thing with Gucci is that sometimes like his lisp will definitely makes me laugh sometimes, and it throws me off because he's got those veneers and shit. So like, yeah, he just, every time he raps, bro, he's got a lisp. That's just too funny. I can't. I was gonna do a bar, and I dead ass can't remember a single Gucci bar. Man, I really haven't listened to a Gucci song in a fat minute. Now that I think about it, fuck. What's a good Gucci song, bro? What is a good Gucci song? I don't know. Honestly, I'm more of a big. Honestly, low key, call me a hater, or maybe say I'm tripping. I feel like Gucci's a way better feature artist than he is like a solo artist. But like I said, this is also coming from somebody who doesn't really bump Gucci like that. But like most of his features, I think he's pretty firing for sure. I think the most recent, like I said, even though the song's old, I mean, because Dirk is in jail, but that song he had with Dirk, that was pretty fire. I fuck with that shit. That was gas. What the fuck was that song called? Man, I don't remember shit when I record these videos, bro. It make me sound like a fucking asshole. Let me see. What the fuck is it called? I don't want to take too much time on this. I just really hate the fact that I don't remember any of the fucking names. What is it? Y'all motherfuckers know it. Y'all motherfuckers know it. Where is it? I got a lot of Dirk songs, though. What fucking song was I thinking of? If I can't find it, I really gotta chop down my playlist, bro. How many of y'all have a playlist that's over like 100 songs? My shit's got like 440 odd some songs, dude. It's fucking crazy. Anyways, all right, let's get to it.
Gucci Mane is a solidified legend who has made quite a bit of money from hip-hop, with him being so influential down to those very insane DatPiff mixtape covers, and y'all know which ones I'm talking about. Please tell me y'all recognize these. I mean, Gucci was really one of those early DIY artists that pushed the whole do-it-yourself movement back in the early 2000s. Dropping so much music, I really couldn't even get into how much of it there actually is. We'd be here for a minute. And it was mostly under the label back in 2007 that he started named So Icy Boys, which went well enough, not that well, which is why it only lasted 3 years. Then it went to 1017 Brick Squad, which had some names you may know like Fuck and OJ the Deuce. Hey, y'all want to know something? That only lasted about 3 years too. And if you want to know, the TLDR is that Gucci Mane had tweeted that Waka Flocka was dropping the label. Less than 24 hours later, Gucci Mane's manager had claimed that he was hacked. Right. This all while there was beef between the artists within 1017 Brick Squad. As you can see, Gucci Mane is no stranger to causing issues between him and his business partners, as you can see throughout this story. Gucci Mane has a real problem with accountability. Give you a prime example, and God strike me down if I'm lying. Gucci Mane signed an artist named Baby Rax and dropped him within the same fucking day. He tweeted, "Congratulations to Baby Rax, first artist to get signed and dropped in a day. That dude is not signed to 1017. By the way, he tweeted and deleted that. I'm guessing he was hacked again, right? Not this time
crazy.
though. And that's because Baby Rex had tweeted, I'm definitely not fucking with Houston after Takeoff's death, which was at the time. Don't be, because I'm not coming. Oh my God. You niggas need to stay off Twitter. Now, in my opinion, Baby Rex kind of took the W here if you ask me, because after Gucci tweeted that, he would also tweet, congratulations to Baby Rex. Appreciate the video and flying me and my team out. Appreciate that check Atlantic Records sent. Thank you, Gucci. I'm a free agent now. Then he tweeted at basically Gucci Mane's ops trying to get them to sign him. I mean, he got some money, a music video with Gucci Mane in it, and then he gets dropped from one of the worst labels in the world at that? I think he dodged a bullet. But let's get into why I refer 1017 as a bullet.
Yeah, why? Like, I'm so interested. I'm so confused. Like, you spend money on somebody to then just drop them same day. It's so weird. I don't know, bro. There has to be some, bro. There has to be some slimy shit like going on in the background. Like maybe he's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out. But like maybe Gucci's like over there, like in the background, like, hey, bro, you're not getting no money from this music video. Because I don't know. That's so weird, bro. Usually anytime I feel like rappers like drop from like labels and shit, especially like these rapper labels, it's usually because the main rapper, like the main dude that owns the label or started the label himself, usually tries to undercut or fuck over the other artist that he's supposed to be trying to promote and help out. So that's probably, and seen as Gucci Mane, you know, is a street nigga, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still trying to, you know, doing his street shit and still fucking over people low key and trying to scam people. So I mean, but I don't know. Let's figure it out.
Right? Because isn't it a rapper's dream to get signed and get a large, you know, advance or whatever, you know, whatever you would consider large, and perform and tour and, you know, whatever else comes with being a signed artist? Well, you'll see. So if you guys don't mind, let me actually get into the label. I'm gonna skip over the whole him getting locked up era because, you know, him getting cloned. I don't feel like talking about that. I mean, if you really don't remember when Gucci first got released and there was real, actual breathing human beings with brains that thought he was cloned, quote unquote, just because he had an admirable body transformation, he was in prison for 3 years. You know, if you don't remember that, you're probably too young to even be watching this video. Like, bro, if you're locked and don't come out at least moderately more built, you were probably getting hold. I'm gonna just leave it there. So after serving 3 years in prison, he'd start a new record label, no longer So Icy, no longer Brick Squad 1017, just 1017 Eskimo. Well, at first it was named 1017 Eskimo, but then it just became 1017. This label is under Alamo Records and Empire for distribution, right? So basically, there's a lot of back end and behind the scenes shit going on in order to push these artists up ahead, or whatever the case may be. Now, the first artists that were signed under this label were Hood Rich Pablo Juan, Asian Doll, LOL, and Lil Wop. Remember him? Yeah, well, eventually, 1017 will rebrand once again, yes, again, to the version that most of you know today, which is the new 1017. Now, this is just a nitpick, but if I were a hot rapper or whatever, I'm not going with the label that has been under 4 different names, right? Like, that's like moving into one of those apartments where 3 years ago it was called like the Grand at Oaks, and now it's called the Perimeter or some shit. That's bad management, and it's giving cracks in the foundation. Keep that shit in mind. So this new 1017 had a roster, a massive roster, and we're gonna get into some of it. I mean, if I got into all of it, bro, we'd be here for like an hour. I'm not doing that. Before I do that, though, let me quickly explain why I'm even making this video, other than the obvious title or whatever. If you're under a rock and don't listen to rap very much, or you're just intrigued by the title of the video, you're probably not aware that almost everyone we're going to speak about in this video is either no longer in 1017, dead, or in jail. The reason for this will become increasingly obvious as we move forward, but keep in mind that signing to 1017 is basically more of a curse than
because, like I just said, bro, Gucci be that street nigga, bro. He be doing his street nigga shit with other street niggas. I don't know. It just, yeah, it definitely is, yeah, I could already tell you, bro. It's definitely got something to do with street politics and shit, bro. Gucci probably the type to really be scamming these motherfuckers, bro, on the low key. Yeah. Oh,
and a blessing. You know, let's start off small. We spoke about it very briefly in the Lil Wop video, but when he signed to 1017, it was his dream, actually. Lil Wop had been quoted multiple times saying, Gucci Mane is one of my favorite artists, and he really one of my biggest influences. I mean, he even has the iconic snow cone face tat just like Gucci Mane. Fuck.
I was wondering when I made my Lil Wop video, low key, because I made a Lil Wop video where I didn't make it, but I reacted to a Lil Wop video, where they were explaining how that man went fruity as hell. And yeah, I was wondering, cause that's the same Gucci ice cream cone tattoo that Gucci has. I was wondering if they were homies or something. But I see he signed with the label, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, he did say Gucci is his favorite artist, so I guess I could see why you would do some shit like that. But like, bro, I know this ain't a hot take, bro. That fucking ice cream cone tattoo is so fucking stupid, bro. It was so fucking ridiculous.
Fucking dick rider. Oh my God. Gucci Mane, I fuck with you so much. Let me see what that pussy talking about, though.
Gucci Mane got some good pussy.
Oh God.
Huh? Remember though, I said he was in 1017. He probably doesn't feel this way now since after he got a little bit of buzz, you barely heard shit about him unless you were just tapped in already. He didn't get that global push that other artists did, and that's probably because his music wasn't that good for a more mainstream appeal. Either way, he wasn't signed for too long and ended up getting out of his deal and turned into a girl. So whether or not that's on 1017 is up to you, like on God. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say whatever happened between him and Gucci was probably his fault. This is the same dude that gooned in public, so it wouldn't fucking shock me. Now, Asian Doll, on the other hand, a 1017 signee, is also not that different of a case because it seemed like WAP that she had a somewhat bright future ahead of her. She put out way more mixtapes than a lot of you would think, and also like WAP, she really brought nothing.
Look, I'll be so honest, bro. I didn't even know Asian Doll was an actual rapper. The only thing I knew about Asian Doll was that she was King Von's girlfriend. I thought she was like some Instagram model or something like that. I had no idea she made rap music. Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm just not as tuned into rap as much as I think I am, because I'm probably not. But that that does kind of show me he's not. It seems like this label doesn't do their artists any justice.
Nothing new to hip hop, down to her fucking name not even being that original. Asian Doll, Cuban Doll, Cash Doll, Pinky Doll.
True.
Okay, that last one was dope. But you get my point, bro. Asian Doll was the first female artist signed at 1017 back in 2018, and the way that it really happened was, well,
now apparently you was probably real young when you signed with him.
Yeah, I was young.
Yeah, you were young. And what happened? It's like, it just didn't work out?
Yeah. I feel like with 1017, it was more so, it wasn't what I needed
at that time.
At that time, for my image and stuff. I didn't want to sign to a big major label at the time because I didn't know like a lot.
You're such a smart girl.
I was trying to tell them like, okay, I'm gonna go with Gucci, and we just didn't see eye to eye. And I was just so young making decisions, and they used to always make decisions for me. So I signed to Gucci, like without them even knowing. I signed, and they found out, and then it was that. So it just didn't work out because of the stuff that we needed as artists. It just wasn't provided.
Long story short, she went behind her own management's
Oh, wait, what?
back and signed to Gucci Mane, even when they were telling her not to do that. And like women
Oh, yeah, but I was going to say, see, they're just, Gucci's not helping them out.
usually, my fault, like how some people usually do, they just don't listen. And notice how she's real talkative up until she gets to the actual answer to the question of why it didn't work out under 1017. Like, I'm seeing it, bro. Quote, the stuff that we needed as artists just wasn't provided, unquote. Let's break down what an artist needs. Creative control, money, more creative control, and more fucking money. I mean, with a one trick like Asian Doll who coattails off of being King Von's partner, at a certain point, it's not really like she needed much more than that. Now, let's not do too much on her, as the label she was signed to definitely didn't do her very proper. Whether that's her fault or not, again, is up to you, even though she was warned beforehand. We gonna move on, though, to another 1017 victim. Like, Hot Boy West? Yeah, I guess it would be crazy to call him a victim, seeing as what happened to him is quite literally his fault. Hot Boy West realistically only had one hit, and I feel like if he didn't run the mother of his children with the children in the car off the road, he would have gotten the Asian Doll treatment anyway.
Damn.
Yes, you heard me right. But hold on that. West was
damn. Wait, no, hold on that, bro. That's crazy. If you gotta start with that, you gotta lead with that, because that's crazy. I was gonna be like, yeah, bro, it's a one song, but like that, I could see where that, that one song could be a Gucci problem because he's not helping him out. He's not giving him the resource. That's a whole different. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Whoa, bro.
Was a rapper from Texas that was basically given a chance by Mr. Guwap himself. They've got a few different songs together, and it seemed like everything was going well for bro. Unfortunately, the problem with Gucci Mane is he signs people that are fresh off the streets, still in the streets, or can't leave the streets. YNs, except for WAP. Yeah. Point being, bro, Hot Boy West was like, I mean, respectfully,
WAP, bro. That I'll never get over. That crazy pivot is so crazy, bro. That's a generational pivot.
it's just like, if you told me this guy had a robbery warrant and almost killed his baby mama and his kids, I'm going to take one look and I'm not going to think you're lying. He told the officers after this incident that he was merely just trying to see his children. Where, bro? In a fucking casket? What are you doing? Now, do I think that this is Gucci Mane's fault? No, clearly not. I don't think West was a bad artist. Personally, his music just wasn't for me, but Gucci decided to give this dude a chance. And the problem with him, and like the other artists we're going to speak about, is the fact that they're just too deep in at the point to where it's not much room for changing in their minds. This was a grown-ass man. And I mean, the dude got sentenced to 15 years in prison.
A Waco rapper has been sentenced to 15 years in prison on multiple felony counts that include violent acts against the mothers of his children. Wesley Lewis, known by his rapper name Hot Boy West, pleaded guilty to 10 counts alleged in 6 separate indictments. According to court records, Lewis was arrested in February of 2020 after he tried to run the mother of his children off the road with 2 of his children in the car.
When they searched his car, they also found a stolen handgun that was loaded. What the fuck are you doing? Like,
Damn.
Be real, bro. You just got signed. Whatever. He's not finished per se, but I can guarantee you we're not waiting on Hot Boy West to come out in the big 2025, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Yeah, I can see where the issue definitely comes in when you try to sign like artists that are fresh from the streets, bro, because it's just so hard to get it to work, bro. I think didn't they say, wasn't it I think because didn't Young Thug say some shit about trying to get Lil Baby off the streets for a while? Like, I'm pretty sure I saw an interview where like Thug said he would even like he would ask like Lil Baby like, yo, how much you make in a day doing your shit in the streets? And Lil Baby was like, I make like, 20,000, whatever. And Thug is like, all right, I'm gonna pay you like 25,000 or 30, whatever. I'm gonna pay you what you would make in a day doing your shit. And you come over here to the studio. You can say whether or not if Lil Baby was lying and be like, there's no way he makes $20,000 in a day. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, even Young Thug had an issue with Lil Baby, bro, being like, look, he was saying like it was so hard to get him off the street that he would just pay him what he would make in a day to go in the studio and just make music and stay off the streets. Like, I feel like it's just hard to get these people to like take rap seriously or like want to go more or like really focus on their rap, versus being in the streets, because I mean it's just hard. I feel like it's just one they're already so deep in it that that's just all they know and that's what they love to do. There's that, and then there's two, like, especially with the music that they make, which I'm assuming is definitely some street, some heavy street rap or maybe drill or whatever. It's hard to it's very hard to hold the reputation of being a tough street nigga, making tough music, and then for niggas to find out you're not actually in the streets like that. It's a double-edged sword, bro, because if the fans hear you talk spicy on a track just for them to hear on in some fucking TikTok or something from somebody else that's from your fucking street, that's like, nah, that motherfucker ain't even outside like that, it does low-key ruin the reputation. So I feel bad for these guys, because it is low-key sometimes like a damned if you do and damned if you don't situation. But look, bro, I'll be honest, if you got some shit and you could rap, fuck what they say about you in the streets, bro. Focus on that rap shit, bro, because legal money's better than illegal money, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just a double-edged sword with these guys sometimes. I do feel bad for them, but
Well, let me not say that. I'm not waiting on bro. But someone that a lot of people I personally know are waiting on, though, is Pooh Shiesty. Now, y'all, don't shoot me. Please don't hit me, but I have never been a fan of his music.
Nah, bro. Free Pooh Shiesty, bro. Goated, bro. Goated for real.
No, I know. I'm sorry. God damn, I'm sorry. But hear me out, okay? I can absolutely acknowledge the fact that his form of talent can be appreciated by, a broad appeal of people. In other words, I understand why people like his music. I just don't. Pooh Shiesty, in my opinion, is one of the best artists that Gucci Mane signed to the amazing 1017 for sure. I remember when he first came out, this dude was blowing up so fast. I think he had features with Dirk and Jack Harlow, which is cool. The industry guys really wanted to work with him. It's funny because you could tell that he was one of those artists that was actually doing their job and making the label money, which is why you would hear his music in the club and TikTok and the radio, basically actually getting pushed by 1017. Just to wrap it back to Asian Doll, right? Remember, she had a completely different experience, and you want to know why? It's because our music fucking sucks. Why would 1017 sink money into you if your music isn't being received as well? I.e., Pooh Shiesty. People are definitely waiting on him to be rreleased from prison right now because they loved his music.
Bro.
If Asian Doll went to prison for whatever reason, it's
nah, bro, for real, bro. I'm stuck, bro. Bro, Pooh Shiesty and Dirk being in jail right now is such a fucking, bro, that's fuck, that shit fucking blows, bro. We did get the new Dirk album. That shit was pretty good. But I've been fucking dying for a fucking Pooh Shiesty album heavy, bro. Please, bro, free Pooh Shiesty, bro. He ain't do it.
It's not gonna hit like that. But in all seriousness, unfortunately, Pooh Shiesty is yet again another example of an artist that's too deep in the streets to just stop all the bullshit he was doing at the time, because he actually has talent and the opportunity to go really far. Now, 1090 Jake did a wonderful video on what exactly happened that caused Shiesty to get locked. If you want to watch that, you can go watch that. But the TLDW is that since 2022, he's been locked up for a firearm conspiracy. For those of you that may not know what that is, it's basically conspiring to commit a crime while using a firearm in said crime. There was a video that I am not gonna risk showing in full of him getting into a literal shootout with a few other people over drugs and money.
I seen that shit. Oh, was it over drugs and money? I heard this shit happened over some damn shoes, bro. Like, I heard this shit happen over like a motherfucker not wanting to sell Pooh Shiesty shoes or some shit. And by the way, if you're gonna do some dumb shit like this, why the fuck are you driving don't drive a bright ass lime green like Maserati or whatever the fuck that is, Lamborghini, I don't know what that is. Don't drive that bright ass fucking very obvious fucking car, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you motherfuckers? You motherfuckers be stupid sometimes. Bro, I was pissed off when fucking Von and Dirk got in trouble that one time in there because they had a fucking shootout in Atlanta, and they did a drive-by in a fucking black and red camoed out fucking SUV with the fucking 300 with a 300 decal on the side, which 300 is what do you call it? That's the fucking block or whatever the fuck. That's the shit Dirk reps. He says it all the time in all his songs. 300, you know. So stop doing stupid shit in these bright ass fucking cars. Like, what is wrong with you motherfuckers? I'll be honest. Don't do stupid shit at all. But if you're gonna do stupid shit, don't drive a fucking lime car. Like, don't drive a lime green car, bro. Oh, bro. Yeah, I remember seeing this though, but I thought it was over some damn shoes. Which honestly, either way, it's still stupid as fuck.
Well, you know? Now with Shiesty, the label isn't the issue. We kind of already went over this. Is that it's more so user error. Like, why are you in a fucking McLaren getting into a shootout, bro? Robbing anything should not be your priority. You should have been in the studio or something, man. You clearly got money, so like, what the hell, bro? Like, with most of these 1017 artist related incidents, you're going to see that the phrase, you can take a nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of a nigga, is very, very, very true. Now, while he's currently incarcerated, he's expected to be released by at the very maximum end of next year. So, you know, that's cool.
Oh,
good
nice.
ending,
Is it?
I guess.
Oh,
but
shit,
it's not always
yeah.
about how maybe the label isn't doing their job or you're a terrible person. Sometimes it's literally about being at the wrong place at the wrong time or making the wrong decisions. And honestly, combined with this, I think there are other things. I think the deaths are one of the biggest reasons for why people say that this label is cursed, quote unquote. So Enchanting was an artist from Fort Worth, Texas, who, I'm sorry, I know this is a bit of a darker subject I'm on right now, but damn, she was so fine, bro. Like, I'm sorry, she was just really cute. Like, I high-key had a crush on her. I can't even lie.
Yo, bro, I can't blame you, bro. She do be kind of bad, bro. Especially the tattoos, bro. I'm a sucker for women. I can't speak. I am a sucker for women with a lot of tattoos. I don't know what it is about women and tattoos. It hit a different part, bro.
But the way she got into 1017 was through connections, basically. She got on a song with this one artist, please forgive me for forgetting the name, but that artist sent that song to a few different other artists and seeing who wanted to get on it. Lo and behold, Gucci Mane was one of them. Then she was randomly asked by said artist, how would you feel about signing to 1017? Because Gucci Mane got on the song and was rocking with it. She said yes, and then not even 24 hours later, Gucci messaged her, and from there on, she became 1017. This was around the same time that Fujiano, Pooh Shiesty, and Big Scar and others were getting on as well. So at this point, the roster is building up and up and up, right? Now, Enchanting was another case where the marketing on her, in my opinion, was phenomenal. She was doing interviews, shows, club appearances, and actually dropping music, which, by the way, Enchanting was like actually fine. Like, I loved her music a lot because she really just talked her shit over beats that at the time, I guess, were basic to some extent, but the music just had a really good vibe to it. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Unfortunately, though, you know, this does not end very well.
I don't know what's the exact way that he passed. I know they were saying potentially drug overdoses I was hearing. What can you tell people that can maybe deter them from that, if at all?
I feel like at some point you have to just be like realistic. Like, I understand like that people do whatever they do to maybe help them go if they feel like they going through pain or they just going through something, they want to feel better, but it's like, it's a big risk. Like, you could take one pill and literally die, like, immediately. Like, I had a homegirl that took a fake pill and she had a heart attack and died, like, immediately. She just had a baby, like, a few months before that, like.
Ironically enough, right here, she actually described her own death as just a year and some change later. This is exactly how she would pass away. It was turned out that Enchanting was actually dealing with her own substance abuse issues, and 4 days before she passed, she went to her sister's house to actually try to get clean. Now, it's not exactly known what she was trying to detox from. I really don't think that's any of our business anyway, but she lost the battle to whatever it was, so rest in peace to her. I remember Gucci Mane getting backfire for this too, as if like it was his fucking fault. I don't know, it just kind of felt very weird that people were mad at him. Like, how was that his fault? Point being, Enchanting and
it gets Jesus, such a bright
Big Scar.
That was a bright fucking screen I paused on. Nah, bro, you can't blame Gucci like that. Gucci's not her fucking dad, bro, or like nothing like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, yeah, of course, you know, people should be like, hey, and he probably did tell her, because if it was like an actual like substance abuse issue, I mean, I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if Gucci probably sat her down one time and was like, hey, you might want to slow down on this shit. It's not good for you, you know. You got a good career going for you, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, he's not her fucking dad. Like, she's a full blown adult. She made her own choices, and those the consequences of said choices. Is why you got to be careful with the things that you do, you know. And man, damn, that sucks though. That really does suck. That's sad to hear, bro.
overdosing in the same year is where people really started to look at Sin 17 like, okay, what the hell is going on with this label? Why is everyone dying or going to jail? Now, truthfully, I could go further down this list and tell you about more artists that were on this label, but there's no point because we're just going to keep running in circles. Funny enough, Gucci Mane decided to actually drop all of his artists from 1017, you know, the ones that didn't end up in prison or dead. The only ones left standing are now Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. For whatever reason, I don't know if this means he's going to rebrand for like the millionth time, but I personally think that's a horrible fucking idea. But some artists, you know, especially the more street-coded ones, aren't really going to think about that fact because this is his fourth go at being an A&R, C&O manager, whatever it is you would even consider him. Do I think signing to Gucci is a bad idea? Hell yeah. Do I think if the opportunity presents itself, should you do it? I say that depends on your fan base and your music.
I would say if you're a rapper and you actually had a chance to sign at anybody with anybody or whatever, or maybe the only person you had to sign with was Gucci Mane and that was your way up, I would say, I mean, I can't blame 1017 itself or Gucci. Maybe, you know, because like what I thought it was going to be with this whole video was I thought it was going to be like, all right, all these artists are failing because Gucci isn't giving them support. And really, that's not really the case. Like, he's just only giving support to artists that actually focus on their music or make good music. And then he gives them support, you know, and then he keeps them going. And then the artists that don't focus on music and are still too heavy with the street shit or whatever, he doesn't really give a fuck about, you know, well, except for Pooh Shiesty as the one that sticks out with that because, you know, he still does support him. But that's because Pooh Shiesty makes good music, at least music that people like to listen to. But he's just doing what like any other fucking like label would do, which is just promote the artists that are actually popping and successful and then shelve the ones that just don't work or like just don't give a fuck for their career, you know? I would say definitely sign to Gucci. It doesn't seem like it's a bad place to go. It's just you got to focus on your shit. Like most of these stories of these artists that don't go nowhere, that don't really go nowhere, is because they just don't focus on their shit, you know? And they want to focus on, you know, still being in the streets and being cool or whatever. And it's like, nah, bro, make your music. So I mean, if you're a rapper and you got a Gucci you got a Gucci Mane 1017 scholarship on your way or sitting at your table, hey, I say take it, but lock in, you know? Fuck, I would, but I can't rap for shit, dude. I can't rhyme for nothing. All my rhymes suck ass. I'll never forget. I think one time I remember one time, dude, I was like 10 years old, bro, and I was like, I used to have a notebook where I would write raps and shit and rhymes, and like I would never rap them out loud, but I remember this one girl I had a big crush on. I wrote her a rap song, and then I called her boyfriend trash. I rhymed something with trash, a trash can, but I called the nigga a trash can, and yeah, it was definitely stupid. She still has it too, which is the funniest thing. She'll bring it up to me when she was like, yo, you remember the song you wrote me, the rap song you wrote me when we were like 10? I was like, yeah. She's like, I still have it. It's on my mirror. And I'm like, motherfucker, if you don't burn that shit right now, this shit is so corny. And nah, but yeah. Yeah. If you could rap and you got a Gucci Mane scholarship on your table, I say take it. It's fucking Gucci Mane, bro. Just lock in, bro.
Music, because if you're not on the Pooh Shiesty level, I really don't think that 1017 is going to take care of you, bro. Like, as far as the label being cursed, let's be serious. He signs the kind of people that do what they do. 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and y'all know what I mean. That's not Gucci Mane's fault. Now, the whole conspiracy about him taking life insurance out on artists is crazy to say out loud, but it's not that crazy of a concept. And I'm going to really just leave that there. This label isn't cursed. He just signs.
Yo, wait, hold on. Okay, you say it's not cursed, and Gucci is just going to promote the artists that do good and then shelve the ones that don't. But now we're talking about conspiracies that would it be too far-fetched for him to take out life insurance on these artists? I don't think that's a bit crazy, bro. I don't think labels can even do that to artists, bro. I don't think, because you don't own the people. You own their music, but you don't own the people, and you're not even related as like family-wise to the people. I would think you're even able to legally take out life insurance, but I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know how the life insurance thing works with the music industry. But I have a hard time believing labels can just take out life insurance for people that they're not even fucking related to. That'd be like you dying and then your fucking manager at McDonald's or wherever you work at decides to take out a life insurance policy on you. That doesn't make any fucking sense, you know? But whatever.
Criminals, bro. Well, anyway, I love y'all or whatever. I'm UVXCX.
I love
Later.
y'all. That was a good video. What the fuck? What is this? What is this? Yo, okay, hold on. I'm gonna save this one too. Oh, bro, we're gonna react to that one at some point in the future. What the fuck? Where is it? Where's the? How do I? Where's the? Am I just stupid right now? Where's the? Here it is. Save. Watch later. All right, there we go. We're gonna react to this one too. What the fuck? The true Diddy disciple Trey Songz. Yo, I like some of the Trey songs though. Don't tell me he's a Diddy disciple, dude. No. Oh, y'all heard that? I was gassy.
Households. Whoa.
So yeah, that was that video. All right, very interesting video for sure. I don't think, god damn it, dude, Gangster to Gooner. Again, I don't think Gucci is, I don't think the 1017 label is cursed. I don't think Gucci is taking out life insurance policies on rappers and shit like that. I think Gucci is just, I think he's just got a label that he just keeps signing street niggas to. And like he said at the end of the video, it's people that are 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And they're just risks all the time. They're kind of just gambles, you know? And I think that's all it is, bro. I think Gucci is just kind of not really paying attention or really thinking about the prospects that he's about to sign, you know, very thoroughly. I think he's just kind of being like, hey, you a real street nigga and you want to rap? I bet I'll sign you, you know? But that's also because I feel like Gucci is still a pretty good street nigga himself. Well, pretty good. That's a weird way to say it, but he's still a nigga that's in the streets too, you know? So, yeah, man. So, hey, bro, that was that video. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And yeah, that was a pretty fun video. So if you like this reaction, if you like my kind of content, leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, make sure y'all click that description and come back over here to UVXCX and show them some love. Give them a like. This was a great video. And yeah, it's been me, Lil Makurov, and I'll catch y'all later, bro. Peace out.